I was looking online, everybody had like a cute little picture. J'ai le plaisir de vous annoncer que je suis maintenant courtier immobilier résidentiel. I was like, no, let's do this differently. So I took my phone and I'm like, let me explain to people my story and how I became a realtor. And that's what I did. And I got my first client right from that video. As a realtor, if you're doing videos, it's not just about les 5 choses à faire pour augmenter la valeur de notre propriété ou comment remplir une offre d'achat. Like, okay, that's good, but people want to know who are you? When you know your value and you know what you bring to the table, there's no negotiation about commission. I'm sorry. You're going to have realtors that will lower their commission to 1% if they have to just to get the listing. But then that's all you're going to get, because then that person's going to tell the person they're referring, hey, I got it for super cheap. So I find it's a bad rotation. You should just stay away from it completely. When you know your value and you know what you're bringing, this is your commission, that's it.
Le domaine du courtage est en constante évolution. Dans une ère technologique où le changement est presque assuré et inévitable, il faut plus que jamais rester à jour et s'adapter aux tendances innovatrices de notre domaine. Vous voulez apprendre des meilleurs courtiers hypothécaires et immobiliers du Québec? Vous voulez devenir un leader dans le courtage? Voici le podcast qu'il vous faut. Les courtiers du Québec avec Seroujane Kenishalingam.
Bonjour tout le monde. Hello everybody. Hope you guys are doing great. We have a superstar in front of me. Bonjour Tania, comment tu vas?
Ça va très bien, merci. Toi?
Ça va super bien. On va le faire en franglais aujourd'hui parce que on a décidé de faire ça comme ça. Tania, how are you? How's everything? How's business?
Amazing. Blessed. Everything is going really well.
Well, listen, you're killing it right now. Donc, tu es en train de tuer les réseaux sociaux. Les gens t'aiment, t'apprécient, t'amènent énormément de valeur. Tes vidéos sont différentes. Et ça fait pas très longtemps que dans l'industrie, tu as commencé, you started in 2016. And you've been a mortgage broker also. You have both licenses. You speak like 10 languages also. That's what I heard. How many languages you speak?
5, but like 6 low key.
What are the languages?
Italian, Portuguese. Those I learned first, actually. English and French at school.
Okay.
Spanish and some Farsi.
Oh, wow. Okay. What nationality are you?
I'm half Italian, half Portuguese.
Half Italian, half Portuguese. Okay, amazing. So, my first question is, why did you decide to start real estate? What was your past experience? What were you doing before?
So my whole family's in real estate.
Really? Okay.
All of us.
Like realtors?
No, like investors.
Okay.
And that's one of the reasons why my father got to retire so early. And I have more family that's in commercial. I went to university in finance and accounting. Okay. And I realized quickly that I could not do the 9-to-5 job. So I started doing mortgages. I became a mortgage broker. It was good. It went well, but...
How long did you do that?
Mortgages?
Yeah.
Maybe 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah. And I did it in Toronto as well.
Okay. You did it like a long time.
Yeah.
It wasn't something like, you just...
No, I've been in mortgages quite a bit, as much as with banks, as much as a mortgage broker. I did both mortgage specialist, I guess. That's what you call it when you're from the bank. And then I met someone at an event and they looked at me and they're like, you're meant to be a realtor. I was like, well, what's going on? Like, I've been doing mortgages. I thought that was it. I liked it. And then finally I was like, you know what? Why not? I'm young. I don't have kids. Like, now's the time. So I got my license. I worked with him actually in the most luxurious projects of Montreal. And I was working with him for about 3 years. And then when pandemic hit, I'm like, no, it's my time to fly with my own wings.
I see. And then what are the big major differences since you did mortgages and real estate brokering? What are the big major differences that you see?
Man, je vous lève mon chapeau, hein, seriously.
Pourquoi?
Running after documents all day, all night, j'étais plus capable.
Oh, no.
And just like, it's technical, right? And you're sitting down, you're in a computer. Like, what I like about real estate is I'm visiting with my clients. I'm going out with them. Like, I get out a little bit more.
Okay.
As a mortgage broker, you're in front of your computer, you're doing your deals. Yeah, you do events to try to get clients, but like, I don't know, there's just another side of real estate that, presenting a home. Like right now, I'm having a blast with the videos, just doing like almost like a movie, presenting the home, not just, oh, here's the kitchen, here's the living room, but like showing the lifestyle. Like, what is it to live there? What is it to live in the Golden Square Mile? What is it to live by the water? So I'm having fun with videos like that. And that's not something I could do in mortgages, sorry.
Yeah, when you start doing mortgages, obviously, you're usually in front of the computer. But where I'm at right now, obviously, there's so many opportunities with mortgage. You could do private, you could do so many things. So right now I'm doing an event, then I'm outside, So yes, common mortgage broker, they're pretty much at home. That's one of the reasons why I bought a good car, because obviously, like if I were a realtor, I would go for a electric car because it's much less expensive, and you guys drive a lot. Okay, you started doing mortgages, and then you switch it up to real estate.
Yeah, because I wasn't at your level yet, so I wasn't having as much fun.
And then after that, how long it's been that you're a realtor?
Well, I got my license in 2016. Okay. I was with someone working, I guess, alongside with him for 3 years. But 2019 was really when I left off and I was on my own with no clients, no nothing. And I started from zero.
Why did you decide to depart away?
I felt ready. I felt like this is it. Like it's like on coupe the umbilical cord and come on, Tania. I knew I wasn't gonna be part of a team for my whole life. I just knew it. I felt it.
If someone can learn something out of this experience, what would be someone who wants to keep a team? Now you started a team. What are the major things that they need to make sure to be able to keep someone in a team? You left it for some reason, I'm pretty sure, but you weren't accomplished, or you weren't having the attention you needed. So that's the reason you left. So c'est quoi la raison ultime? Ou en fait, c'est quoi? Pourquoi? Comment on fait pour garder quelqu'un dans l'équipe?
Honnêtement, acknowledge what they're doing. Be present. Actually care. Ashley, for example, I care a lot about her success. And on top of it, being with EXP makes it so much easier. It really does, which is the reason why I switched. Because I knew that I was at a point in my life where I had to grow a team. And growing a team in a conventional agency, it is hard. It is hard to retain, because what do people do? They learn. And then as soon as they learn, ciao. Yeah. But with EXP, it's the business model is so genius that you have someone helping you at all times, no matter what. No matter what. I have someone helping me at all times.
And even if they live, they're not really living you, because you're still having some kind of incentive.
Exactly. Right? And I don't want to some people, they write contracts with people okay, you're stuck with me for 2 years. No. We're not married, but we're not forcing each other to work. And I'm the same thing with my clients. If we don't want to work together, one person doesn't feel the same way, that's good. There's enough clients and there's enough realtors out there to be able to work with people that actually want to work with each other.
Understand. Why did you start doing videos? That's something recent, right? And you're getting a lot of attention for it. Are you getting comfortable getting people recognizing you and saying that they love your videos, like my guys here? So how do you see it? How do you feel it?
So I actually started videos a very long time ago.
Okay.
But no one was doing videos at the time. No one.
I remember, yeah.
And
you're doing phone videos,
yes,
through your phones. Yeah.
Yes. And that was actually how I announced being a realtor. I took my phone. I'm like, okay. I was looking online. Everybody had a cute little picture. J'ai le plaisir de vous annoncer que je suis maintenant courtier immobilier résidence. I was like, no, let's do this differently. So I took my phone and I'm like, let me explain to people my story and how I became a realtor. And that's what I did. And I got my first client right from that video. It cost me $0. It took me maybe half an hour. I practiced a little bit. I'm not going to lie. And then from that client, I sold this condo and I got 3 buyers from then. And then it was just boule de neige from there. So I'm like, okay, videos, I felt the power from it already. And then I was doing it from my phone every single week. Je me disciplinais. Je cherchais un sujet qui était pertinent et j'en parlais. Puis à chaque fois que je faisais une vidéo, j'avais des clients, que ce soit acheteur, vendeur. I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? This is not easy. But then everybody started doing videos. So I'm like, okay, I need to step up my game. I went with a company that I thought did fantastic videos, and the rest was history. But it's interesting because today, you're right, I'll go to now I have to be careful. I have to actually dress up to go out, because I'll go to the gym, so people will recognize me, or I'll go to the grocery store, people will come up to me. So at first I was like, why is everybody looking at me? When you look at someone and you look away, and I'm like, well, do I have something on my face? But to my surprise, and it was actually an event recently that I went to, a realtor event, And I went and I realized that like I was introducing myself, but people actually knew who I was. And I was like, whoa, what's going on here? And I'm getting used to it, but yeah, it's the new reality.
Do you see opportunities because of people that recognize you?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. People literally just come up to me talking to me about houses and what they're thinking about buying and selling. And it's insane. Like I'll go to a grocery store, I'll get a new client. I'll go to a coffee shop, I'll get it. It's beyond.
If someone force you to stop doing videos, will you accept it?
Yeah, there's no chance.
There's no chance?
There's no chance. No. I'm just getting started. Just getting started.
All right, amazing. Yeah. So your strategy behind videos, obviously, like I see some of it went very viral. Is there any strategy? What's your preparation when you do videos? Is it like you write down your notes? What do you do exactly?
Yes. So before we film, I always come prepared.
Yeah.
In life, you have to come prepared. That being said, I wanted to be the person, like I said, there's a lot of realtors now that are doing videos, but my goal was always to be the realtor that people would learn from. For me, it's 10 times more flattering someone saying, hey, Tania, I've been watching your videos. I learned a ton. Realtors tell me that, buyers, sellers, that for me is the biggest thank you. Versus just someone saying, oh, you're so beautiful in your videos like that. So I always wanted to be the person that people like, oh, I have a question about real estate. Let me ask Tania. Because I wanted to be that, la référence, the encyclopedia of like, just, you want to know something about real estate? Go see Tania. She's gonna answer you through my videos, through lives that I do, whatever. I lost my point of thought.
So yeah, it happens to me a lot. Don't worry. So you were saying that, what was So you were saying that you do have preparation.
Yes. So yes, there is a strategy behind it. I think that as a professional, I need to speak about my knowledge. I need to speak about, I want to teach as much as I can. But as a realtor, if you're doing videos, it's not just about les 5 choses à faire pour augmenter la valeur de notre propriété ou comment remplir une offre d'achat. Like, okay, that's good, but people want to know who are you? Like, who's Tania Bernardo? And that's when I started touching other subjects that maybe weren't real estate related. For example, the fact that I speak as many languages. When I did that video, it went viral and people were talking about it. Like they would meet me and be like, hey, you're the one who speaks a million languages. So it's good to know because guess what? I got Portuguese clients since then. I got Italian clients, Spanish clients. So you got to kind of have a balance where, yes, you're giving knowledge about your profession because you're the professional and you're the one who knows. But that being said, like, talk about yourself a little bit. Like people want to know who you are. It's not being egoistic. It's just like giving a feel of like, you're letting people know basically who you are. And that in listing presentations helps me not have to talk about myself because people already know who I am.
I see. And now that like you're doing good and now I see that you're going to different strategies now, like you doing controversial videos also. How do you, like, where did you come with that? And also like doing this in Quebec, would it be something dangerous to do it, or you don't see it as you don't see it like that?
You have to be very careful.
Yeah.
It's new. This is new.
Yeah.
The controversial stuff is new. Listen, it's subjects that we all talk about all day, all night.
Yeah.
I'm not going to touch too many of them now, even though I know I have to be careful. But listen, it's the topic right now. Why not talk a little bit about it? But you have to obviously watch your words, but respectfully, I think there's nothing wrong with saying our point of view on certain things.
Aren't you scared of cancel culture? You know?
I'm being careful.
You're being careful.
I have a great team that honestly watches me because I know me. When I talk, like I have no filter, but they're like, yo, Tania, you can't say this stuff. So we cut it out. That's it.
That's it. And actually, it's very interesting about, you were talking about Andrew Tate. That was very interesting. I spoke with Andrew Tate, like I was saying before the podcast. We had like 15 minute conversation. It went very good. He's a smart guy. I spoke with him because he's good at marketing and like the business side. So I wanted to have his brain a little bit. So I loved it. And the fact that you mentioned Andrew Tate, like we became even a better friends. Like I like Andrew Tate.
Listen, I have nothing to hide. I think the man is brilliant. the way he delivers his message is very direct, but that's how I am. So I do agree with that. I do agree that, and I gave the example in one of my videos, when you want something, there's no excuse. Just do it. That's it. You want to lose weight? Oh, but now I have this event and I have that. Listen, you want to lose weight? Yes or no? So do what you got to do. That's it. Who are you fooling? When you're coming up with all these excuses, oh, but my metabolism is slow and this and that. Like, nah, you're the only person who's fooling. So I don't know. I like that approach, and that's what I spoke about.
I understand. And what about the platform you use? Like you're on TikTok, you're on IG, you're on Facebook, you're pretty much everywhere. Which platform bring you the most clients right now?
So it started off with TikTok. TikTok, it just exploded. Okay.
Do you have quality clients on TikTok?
Yeah, I got maybe 3-4 clients that I closed on TikTok. So it's good. But TikTok is very, what I realized between TikTok and Instagram, I mean, I'm an older generation, right? So I guess I'm more towards Instagram.
Older generation? What do you mean? Like, you look like in your 20s. What are you saying?
Yeah, sure. So j'étais plus portée pour aller vers Instagram. Mais TikTok, on doit s'adapter, hein? C'est ça la nouvelle. If that's where it's going, that's what we have to do. So it started off on TikTok, but now I feel like my Instagram is really like, it's getting up there. So, but Instagram, it's like the community that you build there, it's like your ride or dies. It's like, I feel like people that are Instagram, it's like they watch you every single day. And if you don't do a story, they're like, what's wrong with you, Tania? But TikTok is very like easy come, easy go. But I think there's still a lot of potential to do there.
So what do you, in the next 5 years, what do you see yourself like on social media? Like it always changes. Like back then when we started doing videos, we're dancing, we're using a trendy stuff. Now we're talking in front of cameras. What do you think is going the way it's moving right now? Like in the next 5 years, do you ever thought of that?
On social media?
On social media.
Okay. So yes, videos, camera, it's all about that now. If by the way, if realtors are not on social media and doing videos, good luck. Good luck in the next 5 years. I think that now the more we're going, the more people want raw. They want unfiltered. They want, like, it's not the pretty Instagram anymore, but it's like be as real as you can on camera, because you and I both know it's kind of like the cameras are there and it's a little intimidating at first, You're like, but ignore the cameras. That's it. Gone. Like, just, it's you and me. We're talking. There just happens to be cameras. And that's what the people like to watch, because that's the real stuff. That's the stuff that people could connect to and relate to more than just what are the 5 ways to, whatever. Like, it's just be raw, be real. That's it.
What about lives? Like I saw you doing a lot of lives, and you have like around 40, 50 people that watch every one of your lives. Well, and how long is your live, and what are you saying your live? And is it always prepared, or it's like on the go? Or how do you prepare yourself for the live? And do you have some kind of returns from your lives?
100%. Yeah. I got 2 clients just from a live.
Really?
That basically were talking to me and I was responding, because the DMs, it's become out of control. I tell people, write me an email, or else like DMs, like, don't take it personal, but there's just too many. And then the next day there's more, and it just, I can't catch up. So I do lives. That way, whatever question you ask me on DM that I didn't get to answer, well, now you've got me in the camera live. So ask me whatever you want. And someone did do that, and I responded. And then on the live, I told them, listen, book a call with me. They did. We went to go see a condo, I want to say maybe about a month ago. First condo we visited, we put an offer, got accepted, obviously. And he's going to close soon.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's
so
it.
Do you have any preparation? Do you have a time schedule? Like, you want to do it like most often, or it just happens, here and there, you put it live?
I'm a very spontaneous person. So at first they were just on the fly. One night where work was a little easy, I just figured, well, why not just start a live? But now I'm getting a little bit more strategic on it. Like, I'll tell people I'm going to be on live at this time, especially with Instagram, because TikTok, I had maybe 250, 300 sometimes people watching the live. It was very interactive, but Instagram was always my scare, because I don't have as much of a following on Instagram. But on Instagram, like I said, it's more like, c'est sérieux. C'est pas, j'ai pas des TikTok, il faut même avoir des médiateurs. Like, how do you call it?
Des médiateurs?
Yeah.
Des médiateurs.
Yeah, to be able to, because the comments sometimes, oof. So I prepare people. I tell them around this time. So I'm trying different strategies, but I'm always starting something.
We see yourself on social media, what you're doing. That's amazing. You have a lot of intention, and you have a lot of results behind because of it also. But obviously, you do put the work on the field, right? In the field, you do put the work, and I'm pretty sure if you're not good in the field, you wouldn't be as successful on social media. So, why people go with you? If I compare to another broker, what's the reason why people go with you? Like, what do you say to the clients for them to say, okay, I want to go with Tania?
As my client, I will advise you of the stuff that I would do. I will never tell you to buy something that I personally wouldn't even buy myself. Like, I care. I actually care. I actually give a shit. Like I'm not just about the next sale. I've told people, listen, it's not the time right now. Wait a little bit. I've done that. And they're amazed. They're like, oh my God, I never thought you would say that. But you know what? In the end, we did get the sale and they were 10 times happier. And there's not a single client that I had that did not refer me someone else. I'm a lot on referral, a lot. And yes, it's a lot of work on the field. And that's why it's kind of hard to juggle both, because social media is a whole other thing. And then you're on the field. So I'm working like 12-hour days. But, it is what it is.
How do you, talking about 12 hours, how do you balance your personal life and your work life? What is his face?
Well, I'm not married. I don't have kids. So that already.
That helps.
It does. It does. Because I could only imagine people with kids, people with a husband. My relationship didn't work out because of my job. It did. To be honest, it did. So it is what it is.
Would you say that it could be arranged, like arrangeable? It is something, or it wasn't possible because of the work? But I had my problems also, right? So because we work a lot, sometimes people don't understand, especially when the other person's salaried. Like after 9 to 5, they're like, disconnected from everything, and we are always working. So there's a point where it will be a problem, right? But I made it work because I got her into my my world.
Genius. That's it.
So now she understands. But I'm just curious, like how did it go with you?
I think in a relationship, if it works, both of them have to want to make it work. And I learned it the hard way, but my business is my baby. I'm sorry, but I'm not in a position to put it all aside for someone. I'm not. Okay. So I think that it's a question of understanding. It's a question of compromise. And as much as I'm willing to do it for someone, but I'm expecting the same thing back. So.
You do say that, but you at the same time, I saw in one of the videos that you're also very traditional.
I am.
Like you want to have a baby, you want to have children, you want to be married. So it's gonna be I don't know. Like it will be a challenge to find that person who's gonna understand.
So I'm very spiritual, right? I go to church every single Sunday. And at one point I was praying to God, and I'm like, why? Like all my friends were getting pregnant, getting married, and it wasn't happening for me. It wasn't. The opposite, actually. My relationship failed. And I was like, well, I don't understand. I'm 32 years old. Like, what's going on with me? Is it because I'm not good enough? And then I surrendered, and I'm like, you know what? This is my situation. And if work is what it's about right now, I'm going to give it my 100%. Eventually, if I meet someone that is worth to really settle down with and have kids with, because I'm very picky about that. I don't want to just get divorced after 2 years and then monoparental and the whole thing, which is unfortunately very common today. I don't want to go through that. So right now I'm focusing on work 1000%. And if that happens, I'll be more than happy.
What are the criteria for those who are...
Oh boy, where's the list? No, I'm kidding. Honestly, just like I'm looking for like a good person. Everyone has like a hidden agenda. Everyone has like, I just want a good person, like a good heart, because I have a huge heart, and I get disappointed pretty quick.
But what about commissions, Tania? Tell me about the commission. Like when you sell a house or you want to sell a house, do you talk about commission, or is it something that you talk in the start, or you do it at the end? Like how does it work with you, since you're known right now? People watch you, people want to work with you because you're on social media. What's the relationship with commissions?
I mean, when you know your value and you know what you bring to the table, there's no negotiation about commission. I'm sorry. you're going to have realtors that will lower their commission to 1% if they have to, just to get the listing. But then that's all you're going to get. Because then that person's going to tell the person they're referring, hey, I got it for super cheap. So it's just, I find it's a bad rotation. You should just stay away from it completely. When you know your value and you know what you're bringing, this is your commission. And that's it. And I always tell clients, I'm like, if you want me to negotiate my commission on the low right now with you, imagine how it's going to be when I'm going to negotiate that, like the price of your house to the buyer. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So people are like, oh man, you're tough. I'm like, yeah, I'm tough now, but wait until I represent you. I'm going to be tough for you and you're going to love it. So they realize it. No, I'm just, it's not even a question. Like it's, I have my commission.
Never negotiated your commission. Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's great. So, and the conversation, does it come first or at the end?
It's pretty early on.
It's very early on. It's pretty people early usually ask, what's your commission?
Yeah, they ask it.
And do you like divert it or you try to answer them right away?
Straight up. That's the way I am. It's either you love it or you hate it, but it's working right now. So, and it's all about the confidence. It's all about how you deliver the message, right?
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. I wish I had much more time with you. I'm gonna go to the five bullet questions. So my first question is, if the Tania that we have right now can go back to the young Tania and ask her and give her one advice, what would be the best advice?
One advice?
Yeah.
Pick something and stick to it. Stick to it till the end. Who cares if it gets hard? Who cares if it's not what you expected? Like when you have something in your head, a vision, and that's how it was for me in social media. People were telling me, oh my God, it's excessive. You have too many videos out. Like, c'est redondant, whatever. I had my vision, I had my thing, and I just went forward. Thank you for all your opinions, but I'm keep going where I want. So yeah, I think that's how you accomplish something. Yeah. Nothing gets in the way. What would they say? Like tunnel vision?
Because sometimes obviously you won't get the results that you wanted, but eventually if you keep going at it, and listen, like when I started doing podcasts, I started 3 years ago, nobody watched it. Nobody was watching it, but right now it's
Look
one of the biggest.
Look at you today.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And let's play a game, okay? So it's a call. I'm gonna tell a word and tell me what comes to your mind in the first place.
Okay.
All right. So let's start about let's say if I say money, for me can be happiness, right? So that's an example. So I will say money.
Liberty.
Okay, amazing. What about real estate agent, real estate broker?
Oh, I have to say the first word that comes to mind?
Yeah.
We don't have the best reputation, huh? And I think that's stuck to my head. So I was going to say slimy.
Really? Yeah, but it's changing right now because of people like you, people like Sasha and all those, the new generation of people. That's right. I feel like it's changing a lot. What about mortgage brokering?
Complex.
Complex, huh? What about family?
Everything.
What about relationship?
Loving.
Andrew Tate. I'm just joking with
Clever.
you. I'm just joking with you. Thank you so much, Tania. Let me ask you one last question. Are you coming to my event on the 15th?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Why are you coming to the event?
I support you. I support your hustle. I support everything you're doing. And I think it's absolutely fantastic what you're doing. So it would be a pleasure for me to come.
You're going to love it. We're going to make sure that the experience is going to be another level. We're bringing Andrew
Tate?
I'm sorry. I don't know why I have Andrew Tate.
That's okay.
We have, not Andrew Tate. We have Ryan Serhan. We have Olivier Primo, Sugar Sammy, Patrice Menas, Anna Benzako, all those big influencer people, valuable people that's going to come and share their knowledge, their success, their how-to. It's going to be amazing. Thank you so much, Tania. Alright tout le monde, j'espère que vous avez apprécié l'épisode. Pour plus de contenu, cliquez la vidéo ici ou ici. Et surtout, guys, si vous voulez me remercier, n'oubliez pas de commenter, liker, partager et surtout abonnez-vous à ma page pour que j'amène encore plus de contenu uniquement pour vous.